Good evening, I'm Anjana Gadgil. With the online safety bill going through Parliament, the issue of harmful content on the internet and social media sites is in the public eye. But 2 years ago, a woman from Gosport went about developing her own way of tackling the issue. Following her brother's suicide, Alice Hendy developed a piece of software to intercept harmful content, which is now available around the world. Last weekend, she put on a festival to raise awareness of suicide and to fundraise for her charity Ripple, so it can reach even more people in crisis. Jo Kent reports.
Josh took his own life 3 years ago, aged 21. His family were aware of his struggles with his mental health, but had no idea of the harmful content he was accessing online.
I was horrified at some of the stuff that I found Josh had been looking at on the internet. He was given tips, encouragement for how to take his own life, and he ended up doing so.
It prompted Alice, who works in IT, to develop the Ripple tool, a piece of software which attaches to a web browser and intercepts internet searches relating to suicide and self-harm. Instead of displaying search results, the user sees a message of hope, together with contact details for organisations supporting people in crisis.
It's intervened to over 17,000 genuine harmful online searches on the internet, and even though it doesn't track or monitor any personally identifiable information, we've now been approached as a charity by 26 individuals directly to tell us that they are still here because Ripple intervened at their most vulnerable point. And it's that figure, that statistic, that keeps me going and gets me up in the morning.
Alice organised the Ripple Fest event to raise awareness and funds to help roll out the tool to more countries around the world.
I've struggled with mental health issues since I was 12 or 13 when I was first diagnosed with depression and anxiety, and there's been countless times over the years, especially growing up in my younger teenage years, where I'd search for means and ways to harm myself through the internet. It's really, really crucial that we raise awareness of this tool because there's nothing else like it in the world. It's going to save lives, it already has.
It's supported by a number of suicide charities which Ripple works with, and many of those attending also had personal experiences to share.
I lost my father to suicide, and the stigma of suicide is still very much out there, and it does need to change, but it's only going to take people's education to make that difference.
Less than 2 years ago I tried to take my own life. I was suicidal for probably about 6 months, many attempts. Luckily it didn't work, and I used to say to people, I'm ill. I'm not stupid, I thought I was lazy, I thought I was useless, all of these things that people think, but I was ill.
And for Alice, the idea to put on a festival has a special significance.
One of my happiest memories that I've got with my brother is taking him to festivals and going to gigs and concerts all up around the country. So this seems like a perfect way to pay tribute to him and remember him. The whole day is for him today.
And in Ripple, his legacy is something that offers others hope and has already saved lives. Jo Kent, BBC South Today, Gosport.
Yes, a charity doing very important work there. And if you want to download the software, you can at the web address on the screen now, ripplesuicideprevention.com. And if you've been affected by the issues in that story, there's information and support available via the BBC Action Line.